What if I told you that the land beneath your feet could make you more money than a city office ever could? That a single plant, carefully grown and sold to the right buyers, could completely change your life? You don't need huge machinery, massive fields, or fancy equipment. You need strategy, patience, and the right plants. Today I'm going to show you 12 plants that can turn ordinary farmland into a goldmine, crops that people around the world are already paying thousands of dollars for. If you've ever dreamed of farming beyond survival and into real wealth, this video is for you, because these are the plants that can make you a millionaire. Hey plant lovers, welcome back to Daily Plant Life, where we turn soil into opportunity and seeds into success. Before we dive in, I want to know, where are you watching from? Drop your city or country in the comments, because farming isn't just local, it's global, and these strategies can work anywhere. In this video, we're not talking about ordinary vegetables or simple backyard herbs. We're talking about high-demand, high-profit, life-changing crops. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 12 plants can make your farm more profitable than you ever imagined, how to think about scaling, and why some of these hidden gems are more valuable than gold in the right hands. So, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. You won't want to miss any of these life-changing farming tips. Let's get into it. Plant number 1, ginseng. Ginseng is not just a crop, it's a financial mindset. The moment you decide to grow ginseng, you stop thinking like a seasonal farmer and start thinking like an investor who understands patience. This plant does not reward speed, it rewards vision. Ginseng takes years to mature, and every single year it stays in the ground, its value increases. While other crops are planted, harvested, sold, and forgotten within months, ginseng sits quietly underground, compounding wealth like interest in a locked account. The global demand for ginseng is relentless. Wellness companies, pharmaceutical brands, traditional medicine markets, and supplement manufacturers all depend on a steady supply, yet very few farmers are willing to grow it properly. That imbalance between demand and supply is what creates extraordinary prices. Mature roots are not priced like vegetables. They are priced like rare commodities. Shape, age, bushrun and growing method all matter, and farmers who grow high-quality roots are often able to negotiate directly with buyers instead of begging middlemen. Ginseng flips the rules of farming. It thrives in shade, which means forested land, wooded areas, and tree-covered plots suddenly become valuable. Land that would normally sit unused can generate serious income. This allows farmers with limited open space to still compete at the highest level. Ginseng does not ask for perfection, it asks for consistency, protection, and time. The farmers who win with ginseng are the ones who understand delayed gratification. They are planting today for a harvest that might come years later, but when it comes heavy. Ginseng doesn't just provide income, it provides leverage, security, area, and the kind of payout that can fund land expansion, equipment, and generational growth. Plant number 2, moringa. Moringa is what happens when productivity meets opportunity. Unlike slow, high-value crops, moringa grows fast, aggressively, and generously. Once planted, it keeps producing again and again with minimal input. This makes it one of the most reliable plants a farmer can grow when the goal is steady income, rather than waiting years for a payoff. The leaves are where the money lives. They are harvested continuously, dried easily, and turned into powder that sells year-round. Health-conscious consumers, herbal brands, and supplement companies are always looking for clean, consistent sources. This means moringa doesn't depend on trends. It feeds an ongoing market that continues to grow as people become more health-aware. And what makes moringa truly powerful is how flexible it is. Farmers can sell fresh leaves locally, dried leaves regionally, or processed powder internationally. Seeds can be pressed for oil, and pods are sold as vegetables in many markets. This creates multiple income streams from one plant, which protects the farmer from market fluctuations. If one product slows down, another keeps bringing money in. Moringa also fits perfectly into small farms and backyard operations. It responds well to pruning, meaning you control its growth while increasing yield. Instead of exhausting the soil, it improves it. Farmers who understand moringa don't struggle to sell, they struggle to meet demand. It is not a gamble crop, it is a workhorse. Plant number 3, Gotu kola. Gotu kola is a plant that most people overlook, but its potential for profit is enormous, especially for farmers who understand niche medicinal and herbal markets. This little green plant is celebrated in Asia for centuries as a brain and circulation tonic, yet very few farmers outside traditional regions have tapped into its international demand. That scarcity alone means anyone willing to grow it carefully can step into a high-paying market almost immediately. Unlike mass-produced crops, Gotu kola thrives in small-scale, carefully managed plots, making it accessible even for limited farmland. The market for Gotu kola is fueled by health-conscious consumers, herbal supplement companies, and wellness practitioners worldwide. Extracts, teas, tinctures, and dried leaves all carry premium prices, and the demand is growing each year as more people shift toward natural remedies. For a farmer, this means every carefully harvested leaf has intrinsic value, and each step in processing, drying, powdering, or packaging increases potential profit exponentially. If sold unprocessed, it still commands a healthy price. Processed, it becomes a luxury herbal product that can be exported globally. Farming Gotu kola successfully requires both attention and strategy. It grows best in well-watered, shaded areas and responds well to repeated harvests. Harvesting involves cutting leaves carefully to avoid damaging the plant, ensuring it continues producing new growth. Farmers who take time to manage soil health, maintain consistent water supply, and prevent pest infestations find that the plant can deliver returns for many seasons. Unlike annual crops that die after a single harvest, Gotu kola keeps giving, and every harvest improves the farmer's skill, market knowledge, and reputation. The final advantage of Gotu kola lies in its versatility. While pharmaceutical and wellness industries dominate the high-paying markets, there is also strong local demand for teas and culinary use. Farmers can sell to multiple channels: local herbal shops, international supplement companies, and direct-to-consumer online sales. This diversity reduces risk and ensures the farmer is never dependent on a single buyer. For the smart farmer, Gotu kola becomes more than just a plant. It becomes a stable, long-term income engine. Plant number 4, saffron. Saffron is proof that farming is not about land size. It's about land strategy. This plant produces one of the most expensive spices on earth, yet it grows from a small, humble flower. You could stand in a saffron field and underestimate it completely, not realizing that what's beneath those flowers is worth more than entire acres of common crops. The value of saffron comes from difficulty, and difficulty is a gift in agriculture. Each flower produces only a few threads, and those threads must be harvested carefully by hand. That scares many farmers away, but that fear is exactly what protects the price. When something is hard to produce, fewer people do it, and the market stays hungry. Farmers who accept the work are rewarded with premium buyers. Saffron also fits into farming schedules in a smart way. It grows when many other crops are not active, which means it adds income instead of competing for attention. Once harvested and dried, saffron stores extremely well. You are not forced to sell immediately. You can wait, you choose buyers, and sell when prices are right. For farmers who want access to luxury markets, restaurants, gourmet brands, exporters, saffron is a doorway. It changes how buyers see you. You're no longer just a farmer selling bulk produce. You're a producer of a rare, high-value commodity, and that shift alone can change your entire farming future. Plant number 5, stevia. Stevia is one of those plants that quietly rides a global shift most farmers don't even notice. Around the world, people are being told to reduce sugar, cut calories, and avoid artificial sweeteners. Yet the craving for sweetness has not disappeared. That's where stevia steps in. It satisfies the desire for sweet taste without the health consequences. And that alone keeps demand rising year after year. And this is not a fad crop. It's a response to a permanent change in consumer behavior. Stevia is powerful because you're not selling bulk weight, you're selling potency. A small amount of dried stevia leaf can replace large quantities of sugar. That means transport is cheaper, storage is easier, and profit margins are higher when processed correctly. Farmers who understand this don't think like produce sellers. They think like suppliers to food and beverage companies that need consistency. Stevia also teaches farmers the importance of processing. When you dry and grind the leaves, you multiply value. When you extract sweetness properly, you open doors to long-term buyers. This is where many farmers separate themselves from the crowd. Instead of selling raw harvests at low prices, they sell usable ingredients that manufacturers actually want. What makes stevia especially attractive is that it can be harvested multiple times once established. That means income is not tied to a single harvest window. It keeps producing, and each harvest reinforces the system you built. Over time, stevia becomes less about farming and more about managing a reliable income stream. Plant number 6, wasabi. Wasabi is not for everyone, and that's exactly why it pays. Real wasabi is one of the rarest edible plants in commercial agriculture, and most consumers have never tasted the real thing. What they eat in restaurants is usually an imitation. That gap between perception and reality is where opportunity lives. Farmers who grow true wasabi are not competing with common crops. They are entering a protected market. The difficulty of growing wasabi acts as a natural gatekeeper. It demands specific conditions, clean water, and careful management. Many farmers hear that and walk away. But for those who lean in, that difficulty becomes an advantage. Fewer growers mean fewer suppliers, and fewer suppliers mean stronger pricing power. Wasabi also changes how farmers relate to buyers. Instead of selling to middlemen, many wasabi growers sell directly to chefs, restaurants, and specialty distributors. These buyers are not looking for the cheapest option. They are looking for authenticity. That shift alone can double or triple income per unit compared to traditional crops. More than anything, wasabi teaches focus. It rewards farmers who choose mastery over volume. Instead of planting many things poorly, you plant one thing exceptionally well. And in agriculture, excellence is often far more profitable than quantity. Plant number 7, vanilla. Vanilla is one of those plants that looks innocent until you understand the work behind it. This is a crop that demands attention, timing, and precision, and that is why it commands such high prices globally. Every step, from pollination to curing, requires human involvement, and every step filters out casual growers. The reason vanilla remains expensive is simple. Supply cannot easily scale. Flowers must be pollinated by hand, beans must be cured slowly, and quality takes time. That creates scarcity. Farmers who understand this don't rush production. They focus on learning the process deeply because mastery is where the money is. Vanilla also rewards branding and patience. Buyers care about origin, quality, and consistency. Farmers who cure beans properly and present a reliable product gain repeat customers. Over time, those relationships become more valuable than the harvest itself. For farmers who want a crop that can anchor long-term income, vanilla delivers. Demand comes from food, beverage, cosmetic, and fragrance industries. It doesn't rely on one market. When managed correctly, vanilla stops being a crop and becomes a pillar of the farm's financial structure. Plant number 8, ginger. Ginger is arguably one of the most overlooked moneymakers for farmers who think globally. While it's widely known as a kitchen staple, the real wealth comes from understanding value chains. Fresh roots, dried roots, powdered spice, and even ginger extracts. Each step along the chain multiplies the farmer's potential revenue. And the trick is not to sell raw ginger at market rates, but to think strategically about processing, packaging, and distribution. That's where ordinary farmers become millionaires. From a market perspective, ginger is everywhere. It's used in teas, food products, medicines, supplements, and cosmetics. Global demand grows every year, and farmers who can maintain consistent quality gain access to buyers willing to pay premium prices. The roots store well, so timing sales to match peak demand seasons can further maximize income. Smart farmers even segment their harvest. Some goes fresh to local markets, some is dried for distant buyers, and some is powdered for long-term storage and export. Farming ginger isn't just about planting and waiting, it's about care and management. The plant thrives in loose, a well-drained soil with partial sun and steady moisture. Farmers who rotate fields, apply organic compost, and managed pests naturally often see higher quality roots that command much higher prices. The plant's underground growth is where the profit truly lives, and careful attention to soil and nutrients pays off directly at harvest. Finally, ginger offers compounding returns. Once planted, it produces for multiple seasons, and cuttings from mature roots can be used as planting material. That means farmers reduce costs and increase yield over time. With each passing year, ginger becomes not just a crop, but an asset, a living, growing investment in the farmer's future. Those who scale wisely, process smartly, and build buyer relationships can see small plots generating income comparable to much larger conventional farms. Plant number 9, turmeric. Turmeric is a golden plant in every sense. Its bright roots symbolize not only health and culinary richness, but also financial opportunity. Farmers who understand its full potential rarely view it as just another spice crop. Instead, they see turmeric as a multi-layered money-making system. Roots for fresh sales, powder for processed markets, and extracts for supplements and skincare products. Each layer of value unlocks new income streams and exponentially increases overall profitability. The global market for turmeric is growing rapidly. From wellness teas to health supplements, beauty products to anti-inflammatory pharmaceuticals, turmeric has become a critical ingredient. Farmers who can produce clean, high curcumin roots are in high demand. The real trick is quality control. Roots that meet premium standards sell far above commodity prices, meaning careful cultivation directly translates into higher revenue. For farmers willing to learn processing techniques, the difference between raw root and packaged powder can be life-changing. Farming turmeric requires patience and technique. The plant prefers warm, tropical climates, rich soil, and careful moisture management. Unlike quick-growing vegetables, turmeric is a rhizome crop. It grows underground, which means the farmer must also master harvest timing, soil care, and post-harvest processing. Mistimed harvests or poor drying can drastically reduce value, which is why successful turmeric farmers treat every step as critical to income. Finally, turmeric is not just a crop, it's a system. Farmers can stagger plantings to ensure year-round harvest. We use leaves and stems for compost or feed, and integrate turmeric into rotational systems that improve soil health. Over time, turmeric becomes more than just a spice crop. It becomes a predictable, scalable, and profitable farming asset. For those who take it seriously, one well-managed turmeric field can generate consistent, multi-tiered income that builds wealth season after season. Plant number 10, garlic. Garlic is one of those plants that feels ordinary until you understand the power behind its global demand. Across the world, garlic is not just a spice, it's a health commodity, a cooking essential, and a staple that never goes out of style. Farmers who grow garlic strategically don't compete with bulk commodity markets. They focus on quality, packaging, and value-added products like peeled cloves, garlic powder, organic bulbs for premium buyers. That's where the real money begins. From a market perspective, garlic has an incredible advantage: repeat demand. Restaurants, grocery stores, and households consume it continuously. Unlike crops with seasonal spikes, garlic is a constant, high-demand commodity. The smart farmer positions their harvest to capture both local markets and higher-value export opportunities, ensuring consistent cash flow. When paired with proper storage techniques, garlic can be sold months after harvest, allowing farmers to time the market and maximize profit. Farming garlic requires care, planning, and attention to detail. Soil preparation, planting depth, spacing, and timely irrigation all affect the size and quality of the cloves. Pest management is key, but with natural methods and proper crop rotation, winning garlic can thrive with minimal chemical input. Farmers who invest time in the cultivation process often see their bulbs fetch double or triple the price of bulk-grown, low-quality garlic. Finally, garlic's real advantage is versatility. From fresh culinary use to health supplements, from medicinal extracts to value-added processed products, a single harvest can generate multiple income streams. This makes garlic not just a crop, but a financial engine. Farmers who master garlic understand that consistent quality and smart selling often outperform sheer volume, turning even small plots into profitable ventures. Plant number 11, Lavender. Lavender is a plant that seems gentle and ornamental, but in reality, it's a cash-generating powerhouse. Its fragrant flowers, essential oils, dried arrangements, and cosmetic applications create a massive market worldwide. Unlike ordinary ornamental plants, lavender has industrial demand, from skincare companies to perfumers to boutique tea brands. Farmers who invest in lavender are investing in a multi-billion-dollar global market. The real profitability of lavender comes from its versatility. Flowers can be dried and sold for decoration or tea, leaves can be used in culinary products, and oil extraction brings the highest value. Essential oil alone commands premium prices, and small-scale farmers can produce oils that compete with commercial distilleries if processed carefully. Beyond the financial aspect, lavender also attracts tourism, workshops, and local experiences, additional income streams that many farmers overlook. Growing lavender requires patience and soil management. While the plant thrives in well-drained soil, with plenty of sunlight and moderate watering. While it is hardy, attention to pruning, disease management, and harvesting techniques ensures the highest quality flowers and oil. Farmers who take these details seriously are rewarded with consistently superior product, often commanding a price multiple times higher than untrained growers. Lavender also fits beautifully into diversified farming systems. It pairs with herbs, vegetables, or other high-value crops, creating multiple revenue streams from a single plot. Its long shelf life and enduring appeal mean that sales can continue year-round. For the thoughtful farmer, lavender becomes more than a crop. It becomes an anchor for a sustainable, high-profit, multi-layered farm business. Plant number 12, aloe vera. An aloe vera is the final crown jewel in our millionaire plant list. On the surface, it seems simple, a hardy succulent with thick, gel-filled leaves. But in reality, aloe vera is one of the most demanded plants globally for health, skincare, and medicinal products. Farmers who tap into this market don't just sell leaves. They sell processed gel, powders, extracts, and premium skincare products that can multiply the value of each harvest exponentially. The global demand for aloe vera is staggering. Health-conscious consumers, herbal companies, skincare brands, and even cosmetic giants are constantly seeking high-quality raw material. Fresh leaves are valuable, but processed gel, dehydrated powder, and extracted compounds are where margins explode. The farmers who integrate processing into their system find that a single field can support multiple income streams simultaneously. Farming aloe vera is practical, low-cost, and sustainable. The plant thrives in a variety of climates, requires minimal water, and is resistant to most pests. It can grow on marginal land that other crops would fail to thrive on. With proper spacing, nutrient management, and harvesting techniques, aloe vera fields can produce year after year without replanting, making it a truly long-term income-generating asset. Finally, aloe vera offers stability and scalability. Farmers can sell locally, regionally, or globally, depending on processing and branding. Its long shelf life and versatility allow for careful market timing and higher pricing. For the serious farmer, aloe vera is not just a crop, it is a strategic asset, a recurring income source, and the perfect capstone to a portfolio of high-profit, millionaire-making plants. And there you have it, 12 plants that can change the way you farm, the way you earn, and the way you think about agriculture entirely. From the slow-maturing ginseng to the fast, multi-harvest moringa, from the rare luxury of saffron to the evergreen demand of aloe vera, each plant in this list has the potential to turn soil into serious wealth if you approach it with the right strategy, care, and vision. Farming is no longer just about survival. It's about creating assets, building systems, and thinking like an investor. Every plant we covered today can be part of a farm that produces cash, creates long-term value, and positions you to scale, diversify, and secure your financial future. If you're serious about turning your farm into a money-making powerhouse, pick a few of these plants, start small, and master the growing, harvesting, and value-adding process. Remember, the secret isn't just planting. It's planting intelligently, consistently, and strategically. Before you go, let me know in the comments which of these plants you're excited to grow first, And don't forget to subscribe to Daily Plant Life so you never miss tips that can turn your yard, backyard, or farm into a real money-making machine.